been so good, I gotta praise his name. God is awesome. He's a wonder. I can't live without him. In him I live, move, and have my being. Praise is what I do.
Praise is what I do when I want to be close to you. I lift my hands in praise. And praise is who I am. I will praise him while I can.
all praise to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Pastor Thomas, and to the New Vision Church, to all of you here today, our friends in Christ. Good to see you, good to be here on 15 years that God has blessed you to do ministry in this place. To God be the glory. Great thing that He has done. I want to thank Mount Zion for coming with me. They came out in good numbers. I love them and appreciate them. They know they're in my heart. They didn't have to come, but I kind of thought somebody would show up. And so it's good to see them. It's 5 till 5, and I know y'all ready to go. And I'm not going to hold you. This is sermon number 3 for me. So I'm like, you ready to go? I'm ready to go too, but I got something to do before I go. I do want to thank God again for Pastor Thomas and been praying God's blessing upon you as you guys do ministry here, that God will bless it in the hands, and I'd like to do what needs to be done in this part of the venue. Will y'all pray with me? Yes, sir. Are y'all tired? Yes. Will y'all pray with me? Pray with me while you're tired. I tell you what, give me 15 minutes. Daniel chapter 3. Daniel chapter 3. Daniel chapter 3. Daniel chapter 3. Look at verse number 8. Read down to the end of verse number 11 with me. Daniel chapter 3. Thank God for my preacher being here with me. Got my son, my boys. Good to see y'all. Always good to see you. Daniel chapter 3. I saw my wife somewhere. I don't see her no more. Daniel chapter 3. Oh, right there. She got the baby. Daniel, not our baby. This is our baby. I want to clarify that. Not our baby. This is members' baby. All right. Daniel chapter 3. Let's look at verse number 8 down to the end of verse number 11. The text says, there you go. Wherefore? Amen. You may be seated. I want to talk about how did I get in this fire and who's going to get me out. Now, I thought since this is church anniversary, we can talk about some folk. I ain't talking about y'all, but there's some folk we got to talk about in the text, because the question again is, how did I get in this fire? and who's going to get me out? Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, how did I get in this fire? And who's going to get me out? Lord, who's going to get me out? Whenever you read Pastor Thomas, whenever you read Daniel chapter 3, there are four names that pop up before you, and you want to keep these names in mind today. You will hear about a man named King Nebuchadnezzar. You'll hear about a young boy named Shadrach, another one, Meshach, and another one, his name is Abednego. Most of us in here today, we understand the moral of this passage. We understand the moral of this text. The text ends real good because here the moral of the passage. These 3 boys lost favor with the king.
All right. Come on, man.
they got placed in a fiery furnace. All of us in here like to talk about the fire because it says to us that if you get in the fire, God will show up.
Yes, sir.
And God will bring you out. Say it again, because I get a response over here. God will show up and God will bring you out. Now, you really should have said amen to that because all of us in here today have been in some type of fire and God showed up. I mean, you ain't always had it like you had it. You went in a fire, been through some heavy trauma in your life, and God just showed up. Y'all, that's some really good news to talk about. Whenever you get in a fire, God will come in and you won't get hurt, you won't get burned. God will show up in your fire. How many of y'all really know God will show up in your fire? God has shown up in your fire. God is going to show up in my fire. The text, the more of this passage, the more of this text is teaching us that these boys were put in the fire. The fire, it was heated 7 times hotter than what it was supposed to be, and God showed up in hot environment. But you know, whenever we deal with this and talk about this, we really need to ask the question, you know, how did these boys get here? Because sometimes we're not quite clear on how we actually get in the fire. Have you actually ever wondered how these boys got in the fire? I know sometimes God tests me and he puts me in a situation, or he may allow the hair to drop and I got to go through some stuff. But when you really start digging into the text today, you're going to discover it wasn't God that put these folk in the fire. It wasn't the devil that put these folk in the fire. I told you we got to talk about some folks that it wasn't God that put the folk in the fire. It was not the devil that put the folk in the fire. We got to talk about some folk because the first thing we got to do today is people will put you in fire. It's church anniversary, right? So we got to talk about people. People will put you in fire. Have you looked at verse number 8? Look at verse 8. Verse 8 says, now the text says that there were some certain Chaldeans that came near the king. And the text says they accused the boys. It don't say the devil. It don't say God was tempting, testing. The text says that it was people. Come on, y'all. It was some Chaldeans. And what they did was they accused the boys. And this word accused in the Hebrew, watch this, it carried the idea to slander. Carry the idea to chew up with the mouth. Now let's talk about we here in the church, we understand the terminology slander. You understand the terminology chewing folk up with the mouth. You know, I know you're saved. I know you're in church, but there's some of you here right now. Every now and then you get caught up in slander. You get caught up in putting somebody in your mind, in your mouth, and you say, and then chew them up. I wish I had some help in here. I mean, all of us in here today, if to be honest, we've all have put somebody in our mouth, chewed them up because we didn't like what they were wearing. We didn't like how they shot. Pastor, they didn't like what you preached. That's something, and they got around the table with the boys, with the girls, had the fried chicken to you, and tell us, that message bothered me. He should have said that. I wish you were there with it. I wish I had in the mouth. Y'all follow me. They put Shadrach. See, some of y'all messed up because I'm on your street. That's why I'm on my street too. But and every now and then we go there. But the text says they took Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, put them in the mouth, and they started chewing. Do you know what that really means? Do you know what it means to put people in their mouth? It means to talk about them. You know what it means to put people in your mouth? It means to run the name in the crowd. You know what it means, don't you? To give them a bad name. And you got to be careful, because even in church, keep telling folks you're not going to find the perfect church, because even in church, even in the midst of what should be holy, what should be righteous, what should be godly, you got some folk who will put your name in the ground. They will say something bad about you. They're going to give you a black eye. They're going to give you a bad reputation. You understand, people that like to put you in their mouth, they have what's called a spirit of slander. Yeah, and see, a person that has a spirit of slander, they're just like these folk in the text. People that have a spirit of slander. Anybody here have a spirit of slander? Don't raise your hand. But if you have a spirit of slander, let me tell you what you have the tendency of doing, because you have a spirit of slander. What you seem to do is you always watch who people talking to. I'm going to preach today. Y'all just say I'm going to preach today. You always you watching who they talking to. You watching what they walked in wearing this morning. Watch folk. I mean, they don't shake your hand. They look at your top of your head. Look at your shoe. They got a watchful spirit. You know, folk like that, they watch how you worship. They watch what you wear. They watch what you say. They watch your kids. They watch your husband. They watch your wife. I mean, always watching you and just watching you. I mean, every time you look, they're looking at you. I mean, am I by myself in here? But I mean, there's just some folk that have a spirit of watching. They just can't help but watch you, because eventually they're going to talk about you. Eventually they're going to put you in their mouth and chew you up. These Chaldeans was something else. They were watching the boys. They were paying close attention to the boy. And here's the problem that's taking place in the text. I told you, King Nebuchadnezzar, see, he built and was dedicating a golden image, 90 feet high, 9 feet wide. And now he's calling all the big shots together. He said, I want all the princes, all the governors, all the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, sheriffs, rulers. He said, I want y'all to come here. He said, here we're going to do. He said, we're going to have a dedication service. And we're going to pay homage to this image that I built. He said, now here's what you're going to do. He said, whenever you hear the music, come on, Pastor. Don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. You stop wherever you are. Y'all hear me, don't you? You stop whatever you're doing. got some folk looking. You got some folk slander spirit. Why the kid got some folk looking right now? Watching now. But here's what you have to understand about people that have a spirit of slander. It has a negative influence on other people. People that have a spirit of slander, they can influence other people to go against you. Can I show you the text? Now look. The text said that these Chaldeans came. Now listen. Now they came near the king and said, "We're gonna tell on you. We're gonna tell on somebody. We got something to tell you. They're not. They ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing." Now wait a minute. They ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Wait a minute. The command was everybody. When the music is played, you bow down and you worship. I told him I was lying, didn't tell you this to the visit. It wasn't you bow down like this. You bow down like this. You're like this. You're bowing like this. Now, if I'm to be bowing down giving worship to a God that can't hear me, a God that can't understand me, a God that knows nothing about me, a God that can't bless me, a God that can't heal me, and I'm supposed to have my head down. Can I ask y'all a question? How you know what I ain't doing? How do you know what I ain't doing? Watch this. When probably you ain't doing what you should be doing yourself. Come on, somebody. I don't know, but all I know is if you should be in the mode of worship, why are you worried about what I'm not doing? I mean, if you all engaged in the spirit of praise, why do you want to talk about he don't give God no praise? He didn't clap his hand. If you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing, why are you worried about what I'm not doing? I was So since they are bothered by their non-worship and their standard and their conviction to not bow down, here's what they did. Let me go talk to the king. Can I take this in? See, in verse 9, they pumped up his pride. Oh, king, live for it. You know how folks do that to you, man. But right before the punchline, they try to pump up your pride. Oh, king, live forever. That's in verse 9. In verse 10, they said, "Down, O king, you made a decree that every man, when they hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, the decimal, all kinds of music," he said, "then they should fall down, right? And worship the image that you set up." That's right. You made that decree, right? That's right. You expect us to do that, right? That's right. Yeah, verse 12 says there's some certain Jews. Watch them now. There's some certain boys. There's some certain Jews now whom God has set over the affairs of the province of Babylon. And watch it. He said, and they spelled their name. God Almighty, look at it. They call them by Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. He said, "These men, O king, have not regarded what you say." He said, "They are not serving your God. They're not worshiping him. They're not giving homage to the golden image that thou hast set up." And you gotta be careful when you go around talking about people and calling people names and telling folk what other folk are doing, because you now are in a position to have influence and call who you're talking to what you heard about somebody, because of what somebody told you about somebody else. You know what? You'd be surprised at the folk in church that are mad at each other because of what somebody in the church said to them about you. You'd be surprised of the people that won't speak to you, that roll the eye at you, talk about you, because somebody went to them, said something about you, and now they don't like you. I'm here for this message. And the text says, this bothered the king. The text said, when the king heard that, he became angry. The text said, when the king heard that, he became violent. Let me tell you something, boy. I feel this thing. Let me tell you something. People know how to put you in fire. I'm talking to somebody right now. And you're in a fire because someone put you in the mouth and then spit you in the fire. I'm talking to somebody right now, and you are in the mess. You're in it right now because somebody's mouth put you in the mess. Anybody here that ever had anybody lay their mouth on you and you discover I'm now in the fire. They don't speak to me. They don't like me. They won't say amen when I preach. They won't pray when I'm singing. I'm in the fire. King, y'all king is mad. Y'all king is mad. Y'all king is mad. King is mad. King said, well, I'll tell you what. He told the boy, I'll tell you what. He said, I'm going to give him another chance. But I'm mad. I'm going to give him another chance. Now king is, know that he's mad. The boys know that he's mad. Can I tell you something about some folk? You got some folk in the church who are just like this king. See, at this point, the king is being nothing but a bully. Y'all know about bullies, don't you? You know nothing but bullies. If you got kids, you know something about bullies. See, bullies use their size and their anger to control a situation or a person. Now, let me tell you something. Bullies don't just live in the schoolhouse. They don't bullies don't just live on college campuses. No. Can I talk real quick? There's some women who are married to their bully. Y'all hear it. There's some men whose wives are their bullies. Let me say that to you. Pastor, there's some pastors whose deacons are their bullies. The bylaws are their bullies. Let me try and talk to you. The trustees are their bullies. Preaching, I'm doing the best I can, God. All of us in here understand there are folk in our lives that try to act like a bully. Can I just tell you real quick? My first church, I pastored a bunch of bullies. And they would tell me, they would tell me, and I was young, had to wipe my boys were babies, and they would tell me, now listen here, preacher. You don't do what we tell you to do? We'll put you out. And they said that with anger. Smile but angry. We've had guys like you before, and they gone now. We put you out. See, don't act like you ain't never talked. If he don't do right, we'll just vote him out. See, you're trying to be bullied. If he don't do it our way, us to just get rid of him trying to be a bully. If he don't do it our way, you know what? It's more of us than him. We know we're trying to be a bully, trying to use your anger, trying to use the numbers to control a situation. These three boys were dealing with a bully. I wish y'all heard me preach here. And here's what the bully said in his anger. We'll give you another chance. I'm closing there. We'll give you another chance. Mad at you. You gonna do it my way? And if you don't, you go and y'all know folk like that? If you don't do it my way, you're going to the fire. And before you get to the fire, I'm gonna heat that thing up 7